Ugh. Alright. Well, it looks like we're back in the green again, at least. Reconnect. Reconnect.
Let me tell you that we are really changing the world as we know it. The world is not anymore the way it used to be. No, no, no.
No, no, no.
Reconnect. Wow. Reconnect.
Quality content right there. Bitcoin. Alright. What? I saw that suspicious look on your face. I wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 p.m., correct? And the estimated time of Hammer's death was 2:30. Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through between those times? Sure as can be. But we have a witness who thinks there was someone from outside here that day. What? Are you absolutely sure you were here watching the whole time? Ma'am? Who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me? Alright, you better tell me, and tell me quick, you spiky-haired cretin. Someone's been complaining about the work I do, eh? We were just talking to the assistant at Studio One. Her? She's not even a full-time employee. All you youngins are like that nowadays. Running your mouths tomorrow, saying this and that and the other thing. Well, I knew a thing or two about respecting your elders. Shame you used today. Grawr! She left. Well, Nick, this is our chance to do what we can without her looking over our shoulders. That's right. Let's examine the area. The computer that runs the studio security camera. Maybe we can see that photo of Powers with this computer. Yeah, maybe. Should I try the computer? Try it! Absolutely try it! Okay, let's give it a try. You know how to work these things, right, Nick? Looks like I have to just enter a few numbers. Let's see. First, I need the date of the murder. It looks like the camera turned on at 1 p.m. that day. No, no, no! Oh, no, 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 no! I disconnected. Oh, no, 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 no. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. The world is not anymore what it used to be. No, no, no. The world is not anymore what it used to be. No, no, no. Bitcoin. Am I connected again? Thank you. It looks like the camera turned on at 1 p.m. that day. That was when the security lady arrived at the guard station. Please enter the number of the security camera. It was 307. There, entered. Hey, it printed out the data for that day. Let's see what we got. Huh? Dope jam. Dope a jam. A dope a jam. A dope a jam. A dope a jam. A dope a jam. Hey, we're in the green again. But for how long? The world is not what it used to be anymore. No, no, no. And now we're in the red again. Just like that. No, no, no. Ah! I don't know, man. Looks better to me. Alright. Photo number 2. What does that mean? Maybe there's more photo data from that day. Nope. That's the only one in the computer. Powers' photo added to the court record. Hey, Nick! Can't we use this photo as evidence for the trial? Yeah, we'll put that security lady in her place with this. Right, we'll put her in her place. Hey, that's what I said. Anyway, let's show her this photo and see what she says. Wait, let's not. Why not? It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon. Nick, you're craftier than I gave you credit for. Why, you could be the next evil magistrate. Hey, why do I have to be the villain? Relax, it was just a joke. So, are we done for today? I think this photo is what we needed for the trial. Still, it'd be better if we had some idea who the real killer was. Maybe it really is that security lady. To be continued. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, I'm gonna save. The world is not what it used to be anymore. No, no, no. I guess we'll continue. Here we go. We're actually in court now. Court is in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio One of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well. I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well. I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court? Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studios. See? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station there is a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is a scene of the murder, where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was canceled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case, in brief. anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to that whole thing again? Nah, I'm good. I think I can probably remember that. So the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval. Samurai spear added to the court record, Your Honor. This case is quite simple if you ask one question, and that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to the stand. Here we go. Will the witness declare her name? My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Your name, please. Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Your name, please. Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names. Wendy Oldbag, dearie. Just call me Grandma. Even when I was young and I was an old bag, there was still the other children, believe it? But there was this boy, the captain, he called me an old bag and I cried. Objection! I object to the witness's talkativeness. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. I was just getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can get to the testimony. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yes, see, I was. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you? You know your stuff, dearie. You may begin your testimony. She sure is one hell of an old bag. Witness testimony. Witness's account. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through there since the morning. Well, I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 o'clock when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5 o'clock. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me, because a certain man walked by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading toward the studio. You saw the defendant then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Here we go. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer had been doing a run-through there since the morning. Well, I had some errands to run that morning. What kind of errands? Oh, well, you know. Answer the question. Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers. Observing, you know. Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station? Whippersnapper, I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job. I'm not sure your boss would see it that way. Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs. Always. Never missed one in all my years. Wow. I want to see a Steel Samurai run-through too. You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty. Not a bad idea. Anyway, it was 1 o'clock when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5 o'clock. So you were watching there the whole time? No breaks? Not even a second? Of course. I'm a professional, you know. Or are you criticizing how I do my job, Whippersnapper? No, it's just after seeing you eat those donuts in the guard station yesterday. I can watch the gate and eat donuts at the same time, Whippersnapper. Snipperwapper. The old windbag is losing it, Nick. Why don't you raise an objection? So the witness was on duty through the whole afternoon, the whole time. Very well. What did you see? Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me, because a certain man walked by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading toward the studio. So you saw Mr. Powers? That's what I said. Got wax in your ears, Sonny? Nick, this is your chance. Yeah, time to pull out the secret weapon. I'll say it again. It was him. It was Powers, that man right there. Well, I guess it's time to present the photo.
Objection!
Let me get this straight, old bag. Or Ms. Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Old Tokyo. Ms. Oldbag, is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, Sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right? No, they can't. Well, I mean, I wonder. True. Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. I know that. I wasn't born yesterday. No one in this court is accusing you of that, Ms. Witness.